Well, we are joined now by Boston mayoral candidate Michael Flaherty. Thank you so much for joining us at Dirty Water. We appreciate it.
It's great to be here. Great to be in Dirty
So
Water.
you just announced recently you're running for mayor, and that must have been a long, tough decision. You have little kids, you have a family, and it's going to take up a lot of time.
No, it did. It's exciting as well. Obviously, I care deeply about the city. I'm born and raised, and I just thought that this is a time for a new generation of leadership to step up. In Boston, politics is on par with Boston sports.
It is. It's like a blood sport here.
Right. And I felt it was important that the next generation, a young leader, step up and challenge the current administration and give the city of Boston a real race for a change.
You are running against Mayor Menino in office 16 years.
That's correct.
He has a political machine.
That's correct.
How are you going to do this?
We're going to work extremely hard, and obviously between the grassroots and the shoe leather piece, but we're also going to engage folks through the power of the web. A third of our city is in their 20s and 30s, and so coming to places like the Greatest Bar or attending sporting events is something that I've done since I was a young kid, but at the same time, I think that it's important that folks really get involved in what's going on in their neighborhood.
So I was watching you downstairs. There's a big Bruins party going on downstairs, and you were connecting with the younger demographic you were talking about.
Yeah, there's a great crowd down there, and some folks obviously recognize my face from being in their neighborhood. There are a lot of folks that feel that folks in government suck the fun out of city life here, and I think that it's important, again, being of their generation, that there's lots of great things that are happening in our city. Clearly, we could be doing more. I would love to see a winter classic here in Boston at Fenway Park.
Oh, okay.
Having two NHL teams, obviously the Bruins playing, maybe say the Montreal Canadiens at Fenway Park. A lot like what we saw not only this past winter on New Year's Day down in Chicago.
The nightlife industry here is huge. For those of us that do like to go out to the bars, this is a little different. There's been a lot of controversy over the years, the 2 a.m. closing time.
Yeah, and that frustrates a lot of folks, and I can tell you from individuals and constituents that I've heard from, because we all close at the same time, thousands of people pour out into the streets, especially in areas like, say, this area here, or say Kenmore
10
Square,
bars up and down the
or
street,
Lansdowne Street, or over at Faneuil Hall. So you have lots of establishments literally emptying out into the streets, and so now there's not only are there not enough taxis, there's now heated competition for taxis. So sort of having some type of maybe staggering system.
Are you saying you're open to past the 2 o'clock closing?
I would consider, with respect to like other cities, maybe sort of having specific zones.
Okay.
Part of our problem is that
some
of our establishments are located right in the neighborhoods. Having that just sort of disrupting the quality of life that's in a residential community probably doesn't bode well for a leader and for a mayor of Boston. That being said, I recognize that other major cities, New York, Chicago, are two sort of examples that come to mind that are able to sort of do both. They're able to sort of expand their hours of operation, provide a venue for the younger population, for young professionals, folks that want to get out, and at the same time, they don't experience a lot of the same problems where we're dumping tens of thousands of people out at the same hour. So we'd want to do something that's fair, but at the same time, we would not want to put an onerous burden on the residential community. So it's worth the discussion.